My shift leader tried to tell me I couldn't go on an early break because I couldn't walk, so I quit in the middle of my shift on our busiest day. Back in January, I found a lump on my shin that turned out to be a tumor eating into my tibia. Bad enough that in April a surgeon told me flat out I couldn't work, not with a bone that thin and that damaged. One wrong step and it could snap clean through. I had the surgery in June. Rod, screws, the whole deal. 2.5 weeks before all this happened, I finally got cleared to come back. No restrictions on paper, but the surgeon looked me dead in the eye at my last appointment and said, "Take it easy. The bone is still healing. Don't push it, or you'll be back on my table." I work curbside at a grocery store, bagging orders, hauling them out to cars, doing carry-out when the lot backs up. Sundays are our worst day. Carts everywhere, phones ringing nonstop, cars stacked 3 deep, waiting on orders that are already late. I was on my second Sunday back, and about an hour and a half into my shift, my leg lit up like someone drove a nail through it. I could barely put weight on it. I was blinking back tears trying to finish loading a trunk for a lady who kept asking if I was okay. I found my shift leader, Denise, by the registers and told her I needed my break 20 minutes early. Told her straight, "My leg is not okay right now. I need to sit down before I fall down." I had my doctor's note folded up in my back pocket, the one that said I could work but had to be careful. She barely looked up from her phone. She said, "I'm in pain too. This is a team effort. Unless you have a doctor's note, you can't leave for break." I told her I had one, right there in my hand. She waved me off and said she'd deal with it in a minute, then went back to scrolling. I stood there another 5 minutes, leg throbbing, sweat running down my back, before she finally sighed and said fine, go. Like she was doing me some huge favor. Like I hadn't just told her I had leg surgery 2 months ago and was holding actual proof in my hand the whole time. I sat in the break room and iced my leg with a bag of frozen peas somebody left in the freezer. And I just sat there, thinking about every other time Denise had pulled something like this. The time she made me stay 40 minutes past my shift because she didn't want to call anyone else in. The time she told a manager I'd no-showed a shift I actually had approved off, and I had to dig through my email to prove it. Nothing ever happened to her, not once. Other people had complained too, and she just kept doing whatever she wanted because she'd been there 12 years and everybody was too tired to deal with it. 15 minutes later, my break ended. I didn't go back to my department. I walked straight to the front office and found Walt, one of our managers, buried in paperwork. I told him I quit, effective right now. He blinked at me like I'd spoken a different language and asked if I wanted to think about it for a minute. I said no, I'm good, turned around, and walked to the time clock, clocked out for the last time. Then I did something I probably didn't need to do, but I wanted to. I grabbed a cart and did my own grocery shopping, right there in the store, still in my work polo with my name tag on. Milk, eggs, the stuff I actually needed for the week. About 5 minutes in, my name got paged over the intercom, asking me to report back to my department. I just laughed out loud in the cereal aisle and kept pushing my cart. I was at self-checkout scanning my own groceries when the store director, Frank, came power walking through the front doors like the building was on fire. Somebody had clearly called him in on his day off. He walked right past my checkout lane, gave me this hard side glance, jaw tight, and turned his head away without saying a single word. He knew exactly what happened. He didn't even stop. He just looked furious and kept walking straight for the office. I finished bagging my own groceries. First time all day nobody was yelling at me to hurry up, and walked out to my car with my bags in one hand and my leg finally not screaming at me. What made it land even harder was the schedule. I had been posted to open the store every single day that week, all 7 days, because 2 other people had just quit and nobody had replaced them yet. Denise knew that when she made me stand there for 5 minutes over a doctor's note she already believed me about. She just didn't think I'd actually walk. On our busiest day of the week, with a full week of open sitting empty behind me, I left my badge on the break room table and never went back.